Hello. I'm so glad that you just tuned in today for another session with Daily Dose. And today I have a few of the topics that I would like to discuss. So let's just start with the first one. And that comes to the fact that I've been doing this whole thingy for quite a long the time. Quite a long, yeah, you understood, hopefully. And now I'm just rereading a really nice book by Jim Rohn, The Seven Strategies for Wealth and Happiness. And he is really like dividing and basically taking this whole happiness thingy, apart and dissecting it really into chapters that are understandable. And the very first one is about goal setting. And while I was going through that chapter where he explains the motivation, the way you need to kind of be disciplined in order to achieve happiness and ultimately some sort of success, let's say, and also defining what actually success means. So that's really kind of a broad thing that he really, describes it well. So right afterwards, what is happening to my English? So right after rereading this, a few pages in the beginning, I also stumbled upon a video by the famous Ali Abdel, and there he had a video about the sort of end goal mindset. So I thought that those two approaches were really interesting to kind of combine because, Jim Rohn kind of suggests to write down all the goals that you kind of have and then labeling it with 1, 3, 5, and 10 years time span in which you think you would be able to achieve those goals. And what is really interesting is that the sort of aim is to have the how do you call that? Sort of to have balance the 1, 3, 5, and 10 years goals. And if you, let's say, have too many of the 1-year goals, it means that you don't really know what you want to do and become in those 10 years. And if it's vice versa, then again, you are aiming really high. You know what your end state is, but you don't actually know where to start. So that was all really interesting. And combining it with the end goal mindset, meaning writing down all the things that you sort of think that you would enjoy and be really happy with, the ideal state of your life, right? Like what you will be having in possession, who will you become, and all that is really, really cool to write down. And with having all of that, then Jim Rohn says that suddenly all your actions every day, every second, and will just somehow change you because you know what is your end goal, what is your end state, and you know yourself into which sort of direction you are going. And with all that confidence and discipline, it is somehow or should change your behavior and also how you feel. And so I found that really nice and really suggest to everyone to sort of reevaluate yeah, so just do something with the goals and all that. So in a very sort of easy way for you to do that would be just writing down all the goals, label that with 1, 3, 5, and 10 years, then somehow try to pick pick maximum 4 into each category of the years. So you should then be having 16 goals, and then write down what it is or what it's like to achieve that goal and why you actually want that. So the why question, as Simon Sinek puts it into the branding and the marketing, the same way it works for every one of us, right? Like why you want to achieve that goal, why you want to have that apartment, why you want to become a YouTuber like me. And so yeah, so that's just the way to kind of really set the direction into which you want to go. Yeah, so that was kind of a too much of a serious topic to the very beginning. Okay, and let's dive into the second topic, and that one is more about the dream, or one of the goals that I have is becoming a YouTuber, right? And I mean, okay, so the second topic is kind of tied to the first one, but because it just derives from one of the goals that I set. And so I really want to make this happen, you know, like being here on YouTube with you, enjoying the precious time, and just, go with the flow, and basically, yeah, just making videos for money and make a living out of it. So, because I just love this, I don't know, I just love being on a camera and being here with you. So, strange things, because my wife, not, I have only one, my wife is really like the opposite. She doesn't want to be in front of a camera, and whenever I just want to record her, she just acts really awkwardly. So yeah, that's a lot of fun every time. So right after I set this goal and stated why I want that, suddenly I realized that my actions are not aligned with my ambitions. So that was also kind of a part of the previous podcast that we did together. And so suddenly now I just realized that I have to push this more. And while I was now, again being in this creating mode, I also realized that for the past 10 years, I was kind of trying to fit somewhere in this sort of YouTube scheme, and there are so many tutorials, like how to start a YouTube channel. What would I do if I started a YouTube channel nowadays in 2024 by all those cool guys that have millions of subscribers? And it all just comes down to a very common recommendations. And one of it is pick your niche, and be yourself, and and all that. But that picking niche is something that I have been struggling with a lot. And only then I realized that it's not really me. Sometimes there are suggestions, rules, recommendations, but if it's not really you, why should you follow it? And so I just stick with, and I decided to just stick with who I am. And so even if there are so many of those recommendations in order to achieve certain success, let's say, sometimes going your own way is the best. And so so that's the sort of third topic that is coming, and that is, what can we now expect here? Because I really want to be honest with you, because there are so many of you joining, and I feel responsible. I feel this responsibility to also be honest with what is going to happen here with Tang and this beautiful space here that we can share together. And so I also, so now it's just a full circle, because the topics here will also kind of be tied, or are tied with the goals that I set for myself, right? So there are three sort of main things that now I will be focusing on. I'm not promising that I will stay with them for a long time or a short time either, so we'll see together. And so first of it is definitely the children's book that the children's book is now really coming to the very end. We are now just preparing the cover, and it's just crazy it's amazing. Anyway, so the children's book is one of the topics. So we'll be going through all the selling, marketing, branding, as well as packaging, and in general, just the whole idea of having this small side hustle with my wife. The second one is now, yeah, it's a secret. No, it's it won't be after this. So I'm also working on the app, or let's say it's an app, but now just working on the computer on the web, and it's actually a to-do list that is kind of made in a way that I like, and hopefully also some people might also just find it useful. And so that's the to-do list app called Better Week. So yeah, there will be some videos about it as well. So yeah, if you are into to-do lists and somehow productivity, that's where we gonna sort of explore this topic together. And the third one is EDC, everyday carry. Is it everyday carry? Yeah, I don't know, but hashtag EDC. I'm just so thrilled with the traveler's notebook, stationery, right? And so there will be a lot of things that we're gonna make together in order to, just feel better because of the little things that we enjoy in our lives. And so that would include some custom fillings into the traveler's notebook. That one is really, that one I'm really excited about. And there will be also some 3D printing as well as leatherworking and stuff. So yeah, as you can see, those 3 topics would be just 3 maybe separate niches, but we're gonna have that all at one single place. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? But also, kind of overwhelming. And the little extra for today is about this Daily Dose podcast. It's a little bit of a reflection. Yes, I mean, it's obvious, but at the same time, I feel that it can also be beneficial for maybe some of you who are having similar thoughts, similar problems, and sometimes it just helps to really talk it out or just hear from someone else that he's also going through the same. So this daily dose is definitely something we shall keep as well. So yeah, a lot of things. Very excited for this new fall that is coming. The summer is over, so soon we shall see each other covered in snow and blown by the beautiful fallish wind. Happy creating. Have a great, amazing day. Do you, and I'll see you very soon. Sometimes I'm just really grateful for even having a table nicely clean, spacious, with now all these tropical vibes here. Yeah, guys, clean our tables. It feels good.